Hot diggity dog. Welcome back, you guys. Welcome to the Invested Dog. This is a channel about investing money, looking at the market trends, looking at people's trends, projecting where the money is going to go, and making money. All about money. I not only have 3 minutes to talk to you before you lose attention, so let's get started in the video. Let's get started. All right. BHP Group. What is that? What is this ticket symbol right here? All right. This is the world's largest mining company by market capitalization. And why is this important to have within our investments? They focus on exploring, acquiring, developing, and operating on a large scale for copper. And why is copper so good? Let's see what this says. BHP is the world's largest copper producer. In the 4th years of 2025, we grew copper production by around 30%. And we have some of the best copper growth options in the world to build on this position. That is absolutely impressive. Now, like I was saying before, why should we be focusing on copper instead of only focusing on getting AI stocks and only focusing on tech stocks? Because that is, we may make profit, we may not make profit. It could be like a .com boom. We don't know. But what we do know is that if we go over here to stocks, let me go back out of this. If we go over here to buying this stock, BHP, we know that we are going to get dividends. We know that we are going to make some profit. We know, okay, it may not be a whole lot. No, but something is better than nothing. And copper is needed for every form of development within infrastructure, every form of AI, EV, electric vehicles. I'm getting my tongue all tied up. But let's just look at the finances right here. Let's look at what it opened at today. Let's see. Well, let's look at what time. The stock market usually opens around 9:30. So let's take a look at that. When it opened, today is May 1st, 2026. It opened at $78.68. Okay. Imagine if you would have bought this just a month ago. Imagine if you would have bought this just 1 month ago, 30 days ago, on April 1st. It closed at $73.56. Okay. That is, look at that. Look at the pricing today and look at where you could have bought it. That is a decent amount of return. That is a decent amount, you guys. Yes, there's a lot of people buying it. The volume is very high. The volume is pretty high. Let's look at the 52-week range. $45. The $45.74 versus the high $83. That's pretty good. It's almost at 201 billion for our market cap. Okay, that's not horrible. And it's targeted to be at $67. I don't know about that. I think, I don't know if you can see that. It's cut off a little bit. But I don't know. But I think that this is still a pretty good buy. I think that they have a lot of growth that you can get into. I mean, look at that. And look at that. What year? Let me see. What year was I born? I was born in 1996. If I would have bought my birthmark, if my parents would have bought me stock in June of 1996 at $11.41. Let's just say that they bought it at a high that day. Let's just say they bought it at $12.21. Look at that. The growth I would have had from $12.21 all the way to $78 and 99 cents. That's pretty good. That's pretty decent. That is pretty decent. Let's see what Insider's Monkey has to say about this. This is all fair use, you guys. Absolutely go and check out. Let's pause this so we don't get in trouble. Hold on. Yeah, okay, good. It's paused. Let's see what they have to say. BHP Group Limited is one of Goldman Sachs' top gold stock picks. On April 23rd, RBC Capital reaffirmed its sector perform rating on BHP Group Limited with a GBP 56 price target. Man, that's a whole lot of reading. I have a tongue tied. But the stance is in response to a solid first quarter results that affirmed iron as a primary driver. My battery is dying. Let's plug this in so I don't lose you guys. Okay, hold on. But look at that. Even Goldman Sachs is approving of this purchase, of this buy. Let's see what else. All right, hold on. Let's see what else people are saying. Is BHP good for dividends? High yield miners. Wilson Asset Management portfolio strategist Damien Bowe, I don't even know how to say his name. Two of his highest conviction dividend stocks were big mining Rio Tinto. I think I'm going to do a video about that next. We'll see. And BHP, which are also included in the Morningstar list. So many people are saying yes to this. Who is BHP merging with? Woodside. Okay, this is a little bit dated, so I'm not sure if that's actually the case. I would have to do some research on that. We can go in and see. But yes, anyways, you guys, BHP Group. This is a great investment for you all to dive into. This is a great asset to include within your portfolio. Yes, it is a limited liability stock, but I think this is great. I think this is worth the risk for that K1 when you do your taxes. If you want a video on that, I can dive in deeper on that. But yeah, you guys. All right, this is the Invested Dog signing off. Have a great day, and I'll chat you guys later.